Good morning. I'm in 1 Samuel chapter 30 this morning, and I'm just looking at the situation where the Jews have been in this situation over and over and over, where some enemy has come in and spoiled them and taken their women and their children and their stuff, and that's what's happened to them. But I'm going to point out the big game changer, the big thing which will make or break a nation when something like this happens to them. And we're going to look at it in 1 Samuel chapter 30, if I can find it. Where are we? 30 verse 6. Actually, we'll go from verse 1. And it came to pass when David and his men were come to Ziklag, so they'd been away fighting, on the third day, that the Amalekites had invaded the south and Ziklag, and smitten Ziklag and burned it with fire. Exactly what's happened over to the kibbutzes in Israel. And had taken the women captives that were therein. They slew not any, either great or small, but carried them away and went on their way. So David and his men came to the city, and behold, it was burned with fire, and their wives and their sons and their daughters were taken captives. Then David and the people that were with him lifted up their voice and wept until they had no more power to weep. And David's two wives were taken captives, Ahinoam and the Jezreelitess, and Abigail, the wife of Nabal the Carmelite. And look what it says here. So a great evil has happened to him. But this is what's going to either make or break David and his men winning in this battle. Verse 6, and David was greatly distressed, for the people spake of stoning him. Kind of like Netanyahu right now. Some people are for him, a lot of people are against him. Because the soul of all the people was grieved, every man for his sons and for his daughters. But this is what the key is. But David encouraged himself in the Lord his God. And it goes on that David won that battle and received back everything that was stolen, and everything was made right. Now Israel's in a similar situation. A great evil has been done to them, and the key is not going to be how mighty they are in their power and their military might. It's not going to be how crafty they are in their planning. It's going to be whether or not they acknowledge and cry out to God. So I'm going to read a verse here from Jeremiah that I just read yesterday, which was a bit of a scary verse. And let's see if I can find it. Okay, here we go. This is what God says about Judah when they don't look to him when they're in the evil time. This is what God says. Let's go verse 10. They are turned back to the iniquities of their forefathers, which refused to hear my words. And they went after other gods to serve them. The house of Israel and the house of Judah have broken my covenant which I made with their fathers. What's God going to do? Therefore thus saith the Lord, behold, I will bring evil upon them, which they shall not be able to escape. And though they shall cry unto me, I will not hearken unto them. Then shall the cities of Judah and the inhabitants of Jerusalem go and cry unto the gods unto whom they offer incense, but they shall not save them at all in the time of their trouble. For according to the number of thy cities were thy gods, O Judah, and according to the number of the streets of Jerusalem have ye set up altars to that shameful thing, even altars to burn incense unto Baal. Therefore pray not for this people, neither lift up a cry or prayer for them, for I will not hear them in the time that they cry unto me for their trouble. Now that's a scary verse. God's talking to Jeremiah how he's to deal with them back then, but it shows a difference between when Israel's in an evil time and in trouble. David encouraged himself in the Lord. He went straight to God. But this is describing a time where Israel's going to be in trouble and they haven't been clinging to God. They have no need for God. And God's going to hand them over to be destroyed. So I hope that the leaders of the Jerusalem and Israel will be crying out to God, seeking his blessing and asking for his guidance. Without God, they will not win the war. Now, I just want to share two more verses which go along with this. One's Psalm chapter 20, verse 7. And this is for yourself, whatever battle you go through in life. You've got to remember these couple of things. Psalm chapter 20, verse 7. Some trust in chariots and some in horses, but we will remember the name of the Lord our God. Okay, don't trust in what you can do in your might and your power. Remember the name of the Lord our God. He'll be the one that gets you through ultimately. And the other one's in Proverbs chapter 21, verse 31. Oh, way too far. Proverbs 21, verse 31. The horse is prepared against the day of battle. So still be prepared, but safety is of the Lord. So trust in God. Still pray for Jerusalem. Pray for Jews. Pray for Palestinians. Pray that the justice will come to those who deserve it, and that the innocent will be spared. But most of all, pray that some poor lost soul will get saved in all this conflict. Amen. God bless you.